Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to pull notifications and a few other things over and update equipment information in the event that you have recently brought in a new piece of equipment through a lateral transfer, or maybe it's just new altogether to the Army supply system. Now, typically this is done before the unit acquires that piece of equipment, or the PBO will do it if they know what they're doing, or supply. So if you are PBO or supply, this is something that you can do prior to giving it to the new unit. Otherwise, it can be handled later on, but sometimes things are missing, and maintenance, if we don't know what's going on, we may lose track of it or find it too late. So make sure there's communication, but this is also a way to fix issues like if you send a work order somewhere else, they don't close it out properly. You can pull that work order back over into your AO and go ahead and close it out and work on it that way. It's also a way to mass update information like cost centers, or if you have work orders that are going to the wrong work center, you can update it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the computer, show you how this process works, and show you how simple it is. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is go into ZPM Reloc. That is ZPM RELOC. And you'll see it here in a second. ZPM RELOC. I'll also put the T code down in the description, just in case you're doing this on a computer so you can follow along a little quicker. So I'm going to choose my UIC. So the first thing you do, let me back up, moving too fast. My bad. So the first thing we're going to do is come into here, and it's going to have property holding force element. You're going to click on this, highlight it, and then you're going to click on the little box icon next to it. And then you're going to have this other little box show up. Make sure that you're using your UIC, hit execute, and then it's going to bring up a list of different work centers that this UIC has. And what you want to make sure that you're choosing is the PB one. That's for property book, because this is all property issues. So we're going to hit execute, and then it's going to bring up that force element number, and then hit execute again. All right, once you are in, you're going to look for a couple of things. First is the status. If it's green, don't worry about it. So you have three icons here. That's a red circle, yellow triangle, or green circle. If it's green, it's good. Don't worry about it. If it's red, then you got some other issues on your hand. If it's yellow, it's something that can be easily fixed with using this process. Next thing you want to look at is your object type. Your object type will give you a determination of what the issue is. So you have several different ones. What we'll do is click on it here, highlight it, and then I'll show you the list of them. So you have equipment, structure, component, work order, item, and note for the notification, or the item is a maintenance item. So what this is an issue with the equipment. That could be a property book issue, the way that it's structured in the system. This could be the way that the piece of equipment is structured, or the component of the piece of equipment. And then these three are all maintenance oriented. So if you see these and you're a maintenance manager, these are ones you really need to focus on. If you see these, you can fix them as well if you know what you're doing and know what's going on. Otherwise, I would push this to your supply or your PBO to go in and verify that this information is correct. So we're going to close that. Next thing we're going to look at is see the cost center. So in some cases, you might have a blank cost center. Let's see if we can find some blank ones. All right, so you see that the cost center is blank, and then it gives you the new cost center. And then the other issue is your work center. So you see this work center is for the supporting unit. This is the supported unit. This supported unit has maintenance that can be done within its own UIC. So therefore this is not needed, and that's why it's giving you an issue. But this is a case where you need to ensure that it's you as a maintenance manager and not supply or PBO doing this, unless it is going from one unit to another unit, like another whole different unit. So make sure that you know what your position is before you go doing all this. So we're going to scroll back up, and what we're going to do is, I've already vetted all this, so I'm going to do this the quick and easy way. So we're going to highlight all, and then display the log. And the log is going to let us know that everything is green, everything is good. You're going to go ahead and continue and then save. It's going to do a few things. It's going to come out. And then you can go back in and verify that it's going to take it out. Now, sometimes this doesn't always work right away. So if it does come back with some stuff that you know that you fix, just like here, you may need to give it a little bit of time, or you maybe need to go back in there and do it one piece at a time. So therefore, maybe go by serial number or equipment number, or maybe even the admin number, but you need to break it down and do it in segments versus the entire lot. Now, this could take a little bit of time. I've had this issue where it does it perfectly the first time, and then you have to go back. So we're going to back out and just leave it alone, let it stew a little bit, and we'll come back at it another time. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's not really that hard. There's just a few things you need to be very cognizant of and be patient with it. It doesn't always work, just like anything else in G-Army. It doesn't always work the first time. Sometimes it's a little bit of trial and error, figuring out what works best and how you want to do it. Maybe take it in little bites rather than the whole cake at one time. So make sure you're being patient with it and paying attention to what you're doing. You don't want to pull a work order back from LRC or another supporting unit, and then it messes up everything they have done. So make sure that you know what your lane is before you go doing so. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it gives you something else to put in your toolkit bag. If not, share it with somebody else that might be able to use it. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and reach out some other way. If you need a little bit more information, hit me up on Instagram, in the comments, in the community section, or even through email. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.